Welcome to the Eat Better, Move Better, Live Better podcast presented by Flourish with Tracy, where we'll dive into the realms of holistic wellness, plant-based nutrition, yoga, and self-care to help you live your best life. Tune in every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern for our special segments. Meditation Monday. Start your week with mindfulness. Wellness Wednesdays. Get the midweek boost you need. Sadhana Saturdays. Dedicate weekends to personal growth. Join us as we explore and discuss all things to eat better, move better, and live better. Welcome to Wellness Wednesday. Today we're going to explore a simple yet powerful ritual rooted in ancient wisdom and is increasingly supported by modern research. This practice sits at the intersection of oral health, digestion, detoxification, and mindful self-care. It is oil pulling. And as with all holistic practices, oil pulling is not about perfection. It's about consistency, awareness, and listening to your body. So before we begin, let's take a moment to arrive. Feel your breath, feel your body. Set an intention, perhaps for clarity, balance, or curiosity. Breathe. So what is oil pulling? Oil pulling is an Ayurvedic oral cleansing practice, and it involves swishing oil in the mouth for a period of time, typically between 5 to 20 minutes, and then expelling it. The roots of oil pulling trace back to over 3,000 years to ancient Ayurvedic texts. In Ayurveda, the mouth is considered the gateway to the digestive system and the entire body. So what happens in the mouth influences digestion, immunity, and overall vitality. Traditionally, oil pulling was used to support oral hygiene, balance of your doshas, strengthening of your teeth and gums, and the removal of toxins and metabolic waste. In modern terms, oil pulling is understood as a mechanical and biochemical cleansing process that may reduce harmful oral bacteria and support systemic health. So how does oil pulling work? We can explore it from multiple perspectives. Physiologically, oil is lipophilic, which means it attracts and binds to fat. Many harmful bacteria in the mouth have fatty membranes. So as you swish the oil, it can bind to these organisms and debris, helping to remove them from the oral cavity when you expel it. It also stimulates the salivation process. Swishing increases saliva production. Saliva contains enzymes and immune compounds that support oral and digestive health. From an Ayurvedic perspective, oil pulling strengthens the essence of immunity and vitality. It balances the mouth and the jaw. The repetitive swishing also stimulates subtle energy centers connected to your nervous system. And from a mindful aspect, because oil pulling is done slowly and intentionally, it becomes meditative in practice. It encourages presence, routine, and self-connection. Additional benefits of oil pulling are support of your oral health, experiencing reduction in plaque and bacteria, fresher breath, healthier gums, reduced inflammation and sensitivity, support for enamel integrity. Oil pulling benefits your digestive system. It supports the first stage of digestion, reducing toxic load entering the digestive tract. Some report reduced headaches or sinus congestion. and it is indirectly supportive of gut health through balancing your oral microbiome system. Oil pulling also supports the nervous and energetic systems. It is a calming ritual that you can do each morning. It provides a grounding effect for anxiety, for mental agitation. It provides increased awareness of jaw tension and any holding of stress you may have in this area. And it is a sense of cleanliness and clarity. The type of oil you use matters, as different oils offer different qualities. Traditionally, in Ayurveda, sesame oil is used. It's warming, grounding, and antimicrobial. Coconut oil is cooling, antibacterial, and popular due to the taste and the lauric acid content. And then sunflower oil is neutral and a lighter option. Either way, choose an oil that is cold pressed, organic if possible, and is of a fresh and high quality. Either way as well, the best oil is the one that you'll use consistently. So how do you practice oil pulling? The time of day. It's best to consider first thing in the morning before you eat or drink. And start small with a teaspoon. And if you're an advanced practitioner, you may use up to 1 tablespoon. And then swish gently. Swishing this oil around in your mouth. Do not gargle. Just let it move between the teeth, along the gums, and across the tongue. If you're just starting out, 3 to 5 minutes is optimum, and you can gradually increase to 10 to 20 minutes as you're comfortable. And then expel it, spit it out. Spit the oil into a trash can, not a sink. You want to avoid any plumbing issues. Rinse the mouth out with warm water, or you may follow with a salt water rinse. You can gently brush and floss your teeth as usual after you oil pull. And there are even toothpaste that is natural, organic, and also cold pressed based in coconut oils that you can use to support your oil pulling process. There are times when you should be cautious, as oil pulling, although generally safe, is not for everyone in all situations. There is scientific research that's still emerging, and there are several studies that suggest reduction in oral bacteria in oil pulling process is comparable to mouthwash. Even with this said, in some instances, if you are experiencing jaw disorders, for example, TMJ or chronic jaw pain, if you experience gag reflex sensitivity, or you have open sores in your mouth, or if you've had recent oral surgery, you should not practice oil pulling. Or if you are prone to a condition that can lead to inflammation on the lungs due to swallowing or inhaling fatty substances. This is a rare condition called lipid aspiration, but it is very serious. You should also avoid oil pulling or consult a professional if you have difficulty swallowing, if you have severe dental infections that require immediate care, if you also have any respiratory conditions that may increase the aspiration risk. Common mistakes to avoid is avoid swallowing the oil, avoid swishing too aggressively, avoid replacing brushing and dental care. or visits with your dental professional. And avoid continued use despite discomfort. Always listen to your body. Gentle consistency is more beneficial than the intensity. And once you've honored proper caution, you can integrate oil pulling into your daily life. Make it part of your self-care routine. You can pair it with morning meditations or breath work, tongue scraping, prior to gentle stretching or yoga, prior to setting intentions for the day. And you don't have to begin with daily use. You can start just 3 to 5 minutes once a week and gradually increase as which speaks to you. Oil pulling reminds us that healing doesn't always come from doing more, but from doing something that's simple with awareness. Oil pulling is not about chasing perfection or adding another item to an already full wellness list. It is a reminder that small intentional actions practiced consistently can have a meaningful impact on your overall health. By tending to the mouth, the gateway to digestion, communication, and expression, you not only support oral hygiene, but the broader systems of the bodies and the rhythms of the nervous system. Oral pulling invites you to slow down at the start of your day, to cultivate awareness before consumption, and to reconnect with the wisdom of a simple ritual that has endured across generations and thousands of years. Whether you choose to practice oil pulling daily, occasionally, or simply just take inspiration from its mindful approach, the true benefit lies in the relationship you built with your own self-care. So as you move forward, consider this reflection. What small, consistent ritual can you do that supports your well-being right now? How might beginning your day with an intention change how you move through the rest of your day? So as you reflect on this, thank yourself for taking the time for your wellness. May this practice or any practice you choose be supportive, sustainable, and rooted in self-respect, helping you to meet each day with greater clarity, balance, and with ease. Thank you for sharing time and space today. Thanks for tuning in. I hope today's insights help you on a personal journey towards a healthier, happier life. Don't forget to join every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern for more self-care and holistic wellness tips. Before you go, make sure to comment, click the bell, like, and subscribe buttons for upcoming episode notifications. Be sure to always consult a medical professional before making any major changes regarding your health, diet, or routine. In the meanwhile, stay motivated, stay inspired, and remember, every step you take is one step closer to a better you. Until next time, keep flourishing, and as always, may all be well.